The tits is lits.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Alright, well, I think it's week 10.
Yes, it is.
And you know what that means. Let me loosen my belt up a little bit.
Is that what that means?
Oh, yeah.
I missed the memo.
Getting a nice winter belly. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, welcome back. Last weekend was
last weekend was nuts, dude. Are you kidding me?
Penn State.
Penn State lost to Ohio State in like one of the craziest games of the year.
It's like it's set in stone that Ohio State must be in every single college football playoff.
Well, they're only at number 6 right now. They're not in the 4.
True, they're not in the playoff yet.
Yeah.
But
so
where's Wisconsin again?
I think Wisconsin is 5th.
Okay. So they have a chance if they beat Wisconsin.
Double check that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, the first college football playoff ranking came out this week, as you may have heard. They put Georgia at the top because of Bama's weak schedule.
I think it's a fair, if surprising, top 4.
Yeah.
Just Georgia being the most surprising.
Fair but surprising for sure. Oh, you gotta switch it to top 25 and then hit ranking.
Ugh.
I know. The ESPN app. The ESPN app is evil.
Yeah. So Georgia's at the top. 2 is Alabama. 3 is Notre Dame. 4 is Clemson. 5. Oh, Wisconsin. Wait, Wisconsin's all the way at 9.
Notre Dame?
Wisconsin's got to feel a little bit.
Wisconsin hasn't played anybody.
They've got to feel a little disrespected right now, though.
Their schedule's upsetting, though. They really just did not have anyone.
I think you know what? I think Notre Dame deserves to be there.
No.
I killed John. I'm sorry.
Georgia's not that good. Just because they almost beat Georgia.
What do you mean Georgia's not that good?
They're not that good, man. It's not even like they're number 1 in the country or anything, man. It's like, man, I don't know, man.
We've fallen into the hole of John doesn't think anybody's good again.
No, I just hate Notre Dame.
I know you hate Notre Dame. I know this pains you to hear me say it, but they're good this year.
Okay, they have to play someone not this weekend, but
they're playing
eventually.
Miami next week.
Yeah,
that'll be interesting. Although
Miami next week.
I think Miami's not that good.
And then they immediately follow that with Stanford. My dad thinks they'll beat Miami and lose to Stanford.
I think seems likely.
So
Wisconsin's got to feel a little disrespected.
You know
being
what?
8-0 and being 9.
I changed my tune. 9 is not fair to them.
I mean,
because they're going to be in the Big Ten championship. The team that's going to be in the Big Ten championship should not be at 9.
Yeah. So let me find out who they've played or are going to play.
Yeah, because their schedule is kind of weak. We're doing a little more in-depth analysis,
which we've never done.
Which we don't do. We don't do. Our videos are very short. You may have noticed.
So Wisconsin.
Eamon let his battery get to 9%.
Yeah, you're right. They really haven't played anybody. They're only gonna play. I mean, depends what you think of Iowa next week, and then Michigan the week after.
They better blow Michigan out of the water if they want us
they really should.
Show them some respect.
Yeah, that's all they've got going for them.
Yeah.
Anyways, but some other good games this week.
Well, first let's launch into. There was only one 9 a.m. game that I could give you, and it's not a good game. It's Eamon picked it basically as the worst game of the week.
It is the shit-tastic game, perhaps of the season.
Yeah. The University of Sexual Assault, who still do not have a win. They are 0-8. Baylor. Shout out to you guys for screaming.
Shout out to Art Briles down in hell.
Yep. Shout out to Art Briles. He's dead. He's 6 feet under somewhere in an unmarked grave. All these Baylor people are screaming at me and through their computers. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Anyway, your shitty team's playing at Kansas, who are
Kansas football,
1-7.
Perhaps the worst team in American sports.
I would say so, because we were scrolling
year in and year out.
And Eamon said that after I was scrolling through, and who put 60 on them? Oh, Texas Tech. Who's awful this year.
But they can
not awful,
they can drop 60,
pretty easily,
with simplicity. But
I needed a better example. I'm not
you
delve into it
know,
now.
people know that Kansas is bad. This isn't anything new.
True, yeah. So this is at 9 a.m.
This is just shockingly awful and just like what a shit-tastic game this is.
Yeah.
And I think you might have to watch
your big chance,
so
Baylor.
bad that it's kind of good.
Yeah, this is your big chance, Baylor. This is your big chance
Honestly,
to get
this
one
is their
win.
only chance.
You're the 49ers and the Browns of college football
Ugh.
right now. You can do it. I believe in you. I don't, but I believe in you sarcastically. Moving on to 12:30, we have a number 4 Clemson at the team that lost to Notre Dame handedly last week. Fuck you, NC State. You're number 20. You deserve that. Fuck you. You're supposed to beat Notre Dame, damn it.
So Clemson's probably still going to find themselves in the ACC championship game.
Absolutely.
And if assuming they win out the rest of the way, they'll be in the top 4.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, they might just pull the kind of like.
I mean that the only mark on their schedule is that shocking loss to Syracuse.
Oh, good lord!
Like that's just that just seems so bizarrely out of place. Like I don't know how it happened.
I really don't understand that, but it happens.
It happened.
I mean, I think it did.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Clemsons, they're playing the NC States, and I'm gonna give it a 3 because I do worry that NC State could get blown the fuck out.
I'll give it 3.5. Yeah.
Okay. We move on to another. These are all 12:30 games. Tragically, positively, we have University of Ohio State University at the University of Iowa University, and they're playing in the cornfields.
Yeah, at Iowa, where there's approximately 8 inches between the edge of the field and the stands.
True.
Yeah.
True. There's no runoff room. If it were a NASCAR track, it would not be a NASCAR track.
Yeah. But somehow that makes it more fun to watch because you can just at any point a player is just gonna go careening into a wall. It's like watching the Arena Football League, but with actual
they have low walls
actual stakes.
They have low walls in the Arena Football League so that you end up with a muscular man in your arms.
Yeah, in your nachos.
Yeah. Well, I didn't order this.
But Ohio State.
Iowa's knocked off some people.
Who
did we go down the list on? They
beat Michigan last year. They beat
Michigan last year.
They might have beaten Ohio State 2 years ago. I can't remember.
They beat.
I'm always sort of expecting a game at Iowa to be.
They barely beat Ohio
upset.
State. I mean Iowa. They barely beat Iowa State.
True.
Who beat Oklahoma?
Who've beaten 2 top 5 teams who beat in October.
Unseeded TCU, unseeded Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And Iowa beat that team. So I'm giving Iowa some credit here.
Sure.
They're playing Ohio State at home.
Ohio State coming off their best game of the year.
I've got a whole barrel
maybe the best game of the year. It was wild. JT Barrett had the best quarter I think I've ever seen him play. That fourth
ESPN
quarter.
is just jerking you around with this Bedlam game when this is the one you should be watching.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Okay, never mind.
Also, they're not at the. Actually, they are kind of at the same time. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna give that one.
But you know what, Eamon? ESPN's just jerking you around. Scott Van Pelt's just giving you the old reach.
Why are we jerking off so much in this video?
I don't know.
You always shut me down before when I was trying to jerk off. This is bullshit, man.
I'll give it a 3.5.
I'll give it, same, 3.5.
All right.
Also
at 12:30.
Also 12:30, number 21, Stanford at Washington State University. Cougs.
Number 25.
Yeah.
My dad will be in Seattle this weekend. He has informed me that Saturday it is going to be 37 degrees in Seattle.
So you can count it being probably 15 degrees colder in.
And Eamon knows that because he's been to Pullman twice.
I went to Pullman, I believe the last weekend, the first weekend of October, and they were telling us in a week it's gonna get really cold, and so in the first weekend of November, I can only imagine it's gonna be
cold as shit.
Cold.
I'm betting on Killer Chris turning over the ball like 4 or 5 times.
Absolutely.
It probably might even get bad enough to put in KJ Costello. We'll see. Hopefully, Chris is still injured from the last game. We're just like crossing our fingers over here if you're a Stanford fan.
Did Washington State lose last week?
They did. They lost to a team they should not have lost to, unless I'm mistaken.
Yeah, they're. Mike Leach. Thought maybe this was a year for them up until that loss to Cal.
Mike Leach had some shit to talk about David Shaw this week. It was really just.
Yeah, they lost. They got beat down by Arizona, which is not incredibly shocking, but.
It was just a look who's talking week. He was like, well, Stanford, It's because of Jim Harbaugh. I'm like, dude, Jim Harbaugh's on his fucking third team since then. Do you know how long ago Jim Harbaugh coached Stanford? Mike?
Yeah, that's a little bit off base. Although I do love Mike Leach, though.
He's hysterical, and this only makes me laugh more, I guess, at him.
I do want to give the edge to Wazoo here because of the weather.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to give this 4 stars.
Washington State's been practicing in this weather. Stanford has not. These Stanford kids are soft.
Yep.
I'm going to give this 4 stars because Stanford may be the better team coming in, but things are going to tilt WSU's way. 4 stars.
Yeah.
Moving on to our final 12:30 game. We have the Kings of college football.
Oh, the Darlings. My favorite non-Cal team right now.
Iowa fucking State.
The Cyclones.
Number 15.
Shout out Baby Bash.
What?
Remember that song?
No.
She moves her body like a cyclone.
Oh, I do remember that one. Makes me want to go all night long.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
The anthem of Iowa State. You know that's their fight song?
It should be the fight song. They are going to be playing at Western Virginia University. And, the Vegas line is tight on this one, but I think... Oh, wait. No, never mind. We gave ratings for Stanford. The Vegas line is tight. I believe Iowa State will crawl out of this one alive.
I think so.
But it's at WVU.
They're battle tested though. They beat 2 top 5 teams in a month. They're just a tough team. They outlasted TCU. Their defense is great.
I think I put all my faith in
West Virginia's always kind of a tough place to play, but
I think I put all my faith in the Vegas line on this one. That was the only reason I put this game on here.
I really want. They have 2 losses, right? Iowa State. It's unfortunate. I was hoping maybe they could sneak in their way in the back door into the CPF, but oh well.
So I'm gonna give it a 3.5 because Iowa State could roll.
I'm gonna give it 4.
4 because you think it might be tight.
I love watching this team.
Okay, I like it. Moving on to 1 p.m.
Best game of the day.
The game that ESPN has been advertising over and over again, really like in your face, obnoxiously. It's number 5 Oklahoma at number 11 Oklahoma State.
Bedlam.
Oklahoma State's coming off a win.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's coming off of a bye.
I think so. Yeah. Wait.
They're playing in Oklahoma State, wherever the fuck that is.
It's in. That's in.
Okeechobee.
It's in Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Stillwater. God, there's so many rednecks who want to kill me right now.
This game's pretty much even.
Really?
Yeah.
On the line or on the
predictor.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I'm gonna give it.
Oklahoma beat down Texas Tech last week.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
Me too, dude. This is gonna be a great game. Yeah, OK State is favored by 2.5, and that's probably only because they're at home. So it's pretty much even.
They're not playing for like. I can't believe first of all, I can't believe Oklahoma's a number 5. They shouldn't be there.
They're playing to get back into the playoff.
Yeah, it's that Big 12 love, however misplaced it is.
You think they're bad too?
I think Oklahoma's bad. I think Ohio State's better than Oklahoma, even though they lost.
They beat Ohio. They killed Ohio State.
But I think Ohio State right now at this point in the season is better than Oklahoma.
I don't know about
Personal.
that. I don't know about that.
I think Notre Dame is better than Oklahoma.
Well, yeah, that I think.
I think
as well.
I think Georgia and Bama are better than Oklahoma. I think Clemson's better than Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think so too.
I could keep going on and on.
I don't think Ohio State is better than Oklahoma.
Okay, fine. We'll see how this game pans out and this game pans out. But this is going to be a fucking good game.
Yeah, this is going to be great. Watch this one.
Oklahoma State's not really playing for anything except a rivalry game, and 9 times out of 10, that's all you need.
And trying to get Mason Rudolph back into the Heisman race.
True, yeah, that too.
Which right now is going to Saquon Barkley until further notice.
Yeah, I think he's got it tied down.
Even though they have 1 loss now, but still, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think he's still got it.
He's incredible.
Yeah. Let's kick through it. I think we can hit it before the 16 mark.
5 p.m. VTech at Miami, number 13 at number 10. Miami is not as good as their ranking. I think they've lost like almost every game they've played this year. Every game's come down to the wire.
1 or 2 point, 3 point difference. I still believe in the U.
So I'm gonna give this one a 3.5.
I'm gonna give this one a 4. I think it's gonna be tight because that's all Miami knows how to do is play tight games.
Fair.
Because they get out in front, then they take.
Actually, I'm gonna bump it up to a 4 as well.
Yeah, because it's gonna be tight. You know?
Exactly.
They're not gonna be.
Final game of the night, Pac-12 after dark, 7:45.
so
number
late.
22 Arizona with the
So late.
monstrous Khalil Tate at number 17 US.
So
number
late.
10. Sorry, number 17 US.
7:45.
Yeah, that's obscene.
Number
Fucking-
22 Arizona. Number
Once again,
17.
as always, fuck you, Larry Scott.
Yeah, Jesus. What is wrong with you fucking people? There's not even Mountain West on it.
This is a great game too. Like this should
Yeah.
be on in prime time.
Arizona's playing way better than they were before.
Before Khalil Tate came onto the scene.
USC's
Dude is a beast.
USC's kind of evened out.
Yeah.
This will be an interesting one. It's kind of going to decide. It's going to
Decide the South.
It's nice that we're getting all these South battles right at
Yeah.
the end.
Yeah.
We had ASU, Arizona, USC all playing each other right at the end. So,
Yep.
I believe we have this, and then we get to look forward to ASU, Arizona coming up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give this one a 4.
4.5.
Wow. Well, we're going to wrap this up before my camera clips off, right?
Yeah.
We'll see you next week on your college football.